This is the Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel です。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください。Every single day I bring you content and information about upcoming sneaker releases, and today is no different. I'm bringing you another sneaker to review. It's upcoming. It's actually going on sale tomorrow. That's how upcoming it is. Today we're looking at the FLIGHTPOSITE TOPAZ MIST. As I said in the introduction, today is all about the Nike AIR FLIGHTPOSITE TOPAZ MIST. Now, I have done some reviews of the Foamposites. There's the Foamposite 1 and the Foamposite Pro. Now, the Foamposite 1 that I did a review of was the floral, I think, and I've put up a screenshot here that's not the floral, because with the Foamposite 1 and the Foamposite Pro, it can be a little bit difficult to see the difference between the two, but the Foamposite Pro was the one with the swoosh on the side, and the Foamposite ones aren't. So it's easy if you look at these two screenshots here that are flipping back and forth to tell the difference between the two. The FLIGHTPOSITEs are much easier to know the difference because they're the ones with a big zip on the front, and you can't really miss out on that, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. Before we get into that sneaker, let me ask you just to hit that subscribe button down below and help me grow this channel. It's steadily moving forward. I'm trying to get the channel nice and big ahead of the Olympics coming next year, so if you can hit subscribe and help me grow the channel, I'd really appreciate it, and thank you for checking in. 登録をすると助かりますので登録お願いします。毎日じゃないね。来年オリンピックが来るので、来年そのオリンピックの前にこのチャンネルを大きくしたいので登録お願いします。And I do sometimes flip into Japanese like I do there because I am here in Japan. But without further ado, let's actually have a look at this sneaker. But yes, with further ado, let's not look at the sneaker. I want to tell you about tomorrow's sneaker. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I usually tell you what tomorrow's sneaker is, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to tell you that it's dang ugly. In fact, it's the ugliest sneaker I've ever seen. And I've already decided when I review it, I'm not going to put the title in the video. I'm not going to make a screenshot the way I normally do with the shoe because it's so pig ugly that I don't want to support it. All I want to do tomorrow is complain about how ugly it is, but I don't want to promote it and give it any more hype or sales that my tiny channel would give it. I don't want to even add that tiny slither of promotion to that sneaker. It's so ugly. So not telling you stum. Ugliest sneaker I've ever seen. Please check in tomorrow and see that. So now, without further ado, let's have a look at these FLIGHTPOSITes. Now they're really interesting. There's a lot of interesting sort of details on the sneaker, and it's one of my favorite things about this channel. And it was my intention in having this channel. As you know, I've never owned a pair of Jordans, for example, and today was the scheduled date for the Cactus Jacks to drop. And I don't know if they actually did or not, because I'm shooting this in advance. I predicted that today, May 3rd, they would not, that they would change the drop date and push it back, because having the Bread 4s on the 4th and the Cactus Jacks on the 3rd didn't make sense to me. So that's what I did. I hung my colours on the mast and said, I don't think that the Cactus Jacks will drop on the 3rd, but here we are on the 3rd, and I don't know what happened because I'm shooting this in advance, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not that change did happen. If it didn't happen and they did drop today, I hope you guys managed to cop yourself a pair, because I believe that is a fine looking sneaker. Anyway, but my point was, I've gone way off sort of line. My point was that I don't have a massive sneaker collection. I do have a love of sneakers. I do have a few sneakers. But I wanted to make this channel partly about me growing my sneaker collection and getting into Jordans and things like that, but also about me growing my knowledge of sneakers. And that's one of the things I appreciate about the Foamposite line, was I had no knowledge of them. I knew they existed, but they were a very American shoe, and I'm not at all American. So it was one of those shoes that I really got the chance to sort of investigate. And I had a nice little moment the other day on a train coming back from work, where a guy was wearing this, they looked like all suede Foamposites in light grey. They were really fine looking sneaker, and there's no way I would have known about them if it hadn't been for me having this channel. So it was a nice kind of validation of why I have this channel. I really appreciate that. But anyway, so I got to learn about these FLIGHTPOSITes, because it's not a sneaker I've looked at all. And like I said before, the signature part is that zip up the front instead of laces. You've got that zip sock-like effect. I'm told you can wear that with the zip either open or closed, and you can, when it's open, you can flap the sort of sock back, and that's the thing that people do. I don't know, but it's what I'm told they can do. And then you've got this upper, gosh, it reminds me of a ton of different sneakers, even the Yeezy 451s with that sort of reach around effect. You've got the Air Max Pro with that sort of effect on them as well. And that kind of, the lines coming up out of the outsole. But the upper itself is also an interesting color. At first glance, it kind of looks eggplant, but then in certain lights, it gives us this rainbow kind of view, this sort of rainbow hue. So the color of the upper, eggplant or just a dull gray or that kind of rainbow effect, depending on what color, not what color, but what lighting you see it in. And then those lines that come up in that gray color. Now, I read when I researched this video that they were translucent, but I don't actually believe that. I think they're just a solid grey colour, but I might be wrong. And again, as I say about my channel, I don't mind being wrong. So it's an interesting effect though, having that come out up and out of the outsole. And the outsole itself is that grey colour, and it's a very, very simple outsole. There's not much thought gone into that. Let's be honest. Very simple grey colour, but it does match that sort of those lines that come up and out into the upper. And that's it. That's my look at my first ever pair of Flightposites. Like I said, maybe it completes the set. When I did my first review of the Foamposite 1s, I was surprised to learn that they were Foamposite Pros, and then now I'm surprised to learn that there's Flightposites. So I wonder if there's another posit out there that I don't know about. If there is, please let me know in the comments down below. But that's it. That's my quick review of the Flightposites. The Topaz Mist colorway. Interesting name for a colorway, actually, now that I think about it, when you think about those different hues in different lights on the upper there. Okay, that's enough for me. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be bringing you that sneaker that I just don't want to talk about. I think it's a disgusting sneaker in many different ways. The look of it is absolutely appalling, and the concept of it is equally repulsive. And like I said, I'm not going to promote that sneaker at all, but I do hope you check it out tomorrow, that video, and see a sneaker that, gosh, it doesn't have any business being in existence. And that's it. That's enough for me today. I'll just say thank you for checking in. And as I do at the end of every single video, I'll say that I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.